Hey, what up? Welcome to the stream. How you doing? Happy Monday. Hope you had a good weekend. We're back at it. We're in front of the charts. Life is good. Kevin, what's up? Good morning. John, how you doing? Wookie, still alive. Heyo. Francisco, Miguel, Zachary, Slee, heyo in the yayo. What up? How you doing? Market's ripping higher because why not? Might have been a bit of a buy the dip scenario at the end of last week there. Let's just pull up NASDAQ. It's looking like a 2 hour or something. Just stacking those blue candles in this case. Oh, you know, we're stalling out right here. Makes sense. So, I wouldn't mind seeing a pullback, a little bid check. And then look to get long, targeting the same area, looking for a break of it or break into it, the 920s. Burn, what up? J.A., how you doing? Eddie, good morning. Yao, how's it going? Zachary says you can call me Zach. Wow, we're getting close, Zachary. I mean, Zach. Yeah, that's great. Cool. I can do that, Zach. Cool. Let's check news. In case you didn't notice, over on Prop from Gorilla, the site I launched on Friday, I did add economic news and calendar. So I sorted this by, you could filter by the countries, or you do top 20, entire world. Put the USA filter on, but I could clear that. Not much going on today, but you can see tomorrow we got jolts. And then we have news stories down here. So propfromgorilla.com/news if you want an easy to use news calendar. So that's that. Hola, good morning. Tren, what up? Thank you, Wookie. Been hard at work implementing a lot of people's feedback for Prop from Gorilla. If you have any ideas for yourself, if you have any ideas yourself of what I should add, we've got a Discord, a channel for it called Prop from Gorilla Feedback, where you can let me know what you want to see and I can try to add it. All right. Now, unfortunately, we're heading down to VWAP right before open. Why? Why does it torment me like this? I'll never know. Speaking of torment, you know, I had this My Funded Futures situation on Friday where the trade copier must not have worked, even though I was pretty sure I was monitoring all 5 accounts and only one of them passed. Really pissed me off. But it is what it is. So I got to pass a handful of those still. Meanwhile, Tradeify, I'm up 2,000 total. I think I ended Friday a little bit of red day, maybe 600 or so red. And so gave back a little profit there, but you know, kept it in check instead of trying to. I didn't really enjoy the price action on Friday much, and so instead of trying to scalp back, I just let it be. Katzen, what's up? Steak from Jake Farm, how you doing? Grizz, what up? Good morning, Grizz. How's it going? Nice VWAP open, just what we all been waiting all weekend for. All right. Streamlabs just reminded you, but before I forget, Tradeify has 40% off until tomorrow of all accounts. You can use the link that Tradeify posted there, or that Streamlabs posted there in the chat if you want to check it out. That's what I'm trading over on Tradeify. It's the Lightning funded. John Kedrian, how you doing? Mr. Big Bad Wolf, what up? What up, Wolf? How's it going? Mini Penny Packer, what up? How's it going? Packing some pennies or what? Packing hard or hardly packing? Ahmed, what up? Good weekend. Did a little chilling, did a little work. Watched a lot of football. Yeah. Can't complain. My dogs are a little on edge this morning because of doing some like road construction outside, and they can hear it, and they don't like hearing it. I'll tell you what. Pretty upset about that. Okay, so Nasdaq getting a little bit of a bounce there. ES, it's under VWAP and bounced into VWAP. Good morning, Peter. How you doing? Peter, rough morning, but at least we're here, right? Sorry, it's a rough morning, but yeah, we're here. Legsy, you almost burnt your waffle watching the Open. Is that exciting, that VWAP Open? What's up, Nathan? How you doing? Alistair, what up, yo? What's going on? If it's laggy for you, anyone else? I haven't been watching this one very closely. Miguel, you're trying to short from 67.24 and a quarter. Nice. All right, let's see if we can get the drop through VWAP from Miguel. Yeah, sorry, those dogs are they're on edge. I might just shut this door. Hang on. It's too loud, Chester. Come on. Respect the stream, bud. They don't respect the stream. Darth Buddha, you had a long overnight. Wow. Very nice. Short into open of 5K across the accounts. Might just watch. We're kind of high to long, but strong to short. I don't know. We'll see. I think personally, I would like to see us work through the 900s. This red box on my screen. I'd like to see us break that. So I was kind of looking for an early morning dip and then see what can come off of that. What's up, Maul? Good morning. It's harvest season. Guess it depends on what you're harvesting. Nasdaq's is still sustaining value here. If ES can find some support, Nasdaq can rally into the 920s. Another spike in the VWAP for ES there. Angelo, good morning. How you doing? Eddie, MFFU evals blown, but payouts requested on funding ticks. I'll take that trade off. Yeah, I would too. Nice job on the payout. Yeah, I don't really hate the long here. Really like Nas, the way Nas is just holding up, you know. Just need ES to find that support. Love, what up? How's it going? Trading's been going pretty good. Another wick on NASDAQ. ES going for some lows there. Yeah, it's just me or we've been getting a lot more ESNQ divergence lately. I feel like every open we have divergence. I feel like the dogs are yelling, buy, 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 sell. I think they're yelling like, the markets are moving. It's open. We've got VWAP. Something like that, probably. Come on, NASDAQ, there's 900. All right. Well, it dipped to VWAP. I wish it would have happened during the session instead of pre-market there. So now I'm looking for us to grind through the 900s into like 950. Just looking for some strength. Right now, yes, it's into VWAP and subsequent rejection. What's up, RX? How you doing? What's going on? So into overnight highs there on ES, or sorry, NASDAQ. ES, maybe getting that bounce at the R1 pivot there. All right, time to do some work there. NASDAQ grind through here. There goes. Nice scalp there, Darth Buddha. So 15-minute highs in around 9:30 there for NASDAQ. Did anyone watch Sunday Night Football last night? It was such a back and forth game. It's Cowboys and Packers. Back and forth. One team scores, the other team scores. Goes into overtime. Cowboys score a field goal, right? Field goal. Packers get the ball. And as time expires, they score a field goal. Ended in a tie after all that. Is that what it's like to watch soccer? Good job, Wookie. Eddie, you're too busy sleeping. I'm kind of jealous. I'm really tired. I have George Pickens on my fantasy team, so I was like, oh, let's Cowboys. Let's get a touchdown with Pickens. He already had 2 touchdowns anyway, but I'm greedy. I wanted to like beat my opponent by like 60 points, not just 50. Anyway, Pickens had a really nice night. He's a good pickup too. I got Pickens late in the draft, like, but as a Steelers fan, I know he's got some skills. And then with CeeDee Lamb getting injured, really opened Pickens up to be the primary target there. The problem is, like, with Pickens on fantasy, Pickens is really good at drawing pass interference penalties. And that doesn't really help when he's on your fantasy team, It's like, great. Couldn't he just have caught it instead? Yeah, so he did really, really good yesterday. He's like my wide receiver 3, and he had the most points. It was fun. Yes, not really moving. NASDAQ doing all the work here. Missing my entry for my indicator test because the stupid ass platform's not loading, right? Man, fucking sucks, bro. I would suggest if you do trade like Funded Futures Network, do not trade Onyx right now. Onyx suck balls. It's not good. And I woke up early yesterday to watch the Steelers game. I mean, I didn't really wake up that early, but I did set an alarm to make sure I wouldn't sleep through it. They're in Dublin. And they actually looked really good yesterday, which was nice. Well balanced. Not usually how I describe the Steelers. You randomly got a new MFFU account. Not sure if I won one from them and didn't get notified if there's some weird error. You didn't get like rebuild? It's not like you had one and got, you know, that you failed and then forgot about, and then they billed you for it, and now it's fresh. Because that's less fun. Getting a free account's fun. The reason why I was in a huff there earlier when the Onyx wasn't loading right is because I'm supposed to put a short on for 10 points while I'm testing this indicator, and you know, if you don't get the entry, you know, it's pretty much, it's not gonna work just because it's 10 points risk, 10-point reward. So I wanted to get the trade on to see if it would work. They had that core count giveaway. I think it wasn't for like $1 though. Didn't you still have to pay like $1? Or was it straight up free? So that's a good what? Isn't that like an ORB little test there? Which one's is that ORB high there? 15-minute. What's the best free simulation trading platform? The best one is the one that's going to give you data for free. So maybe you need to have a broker account with them, or maybe, you know, whatever reason. If you can get one for free, that's the best. If you can't, you know, TradingView you can get. You just pay for live data. It's maybe like $6 or $8 for futures. See if we can just keep grinding higher here. Again, ES is really not doing anything. ES really needs to wake up. Yeah, Futures Desk does have that paper one too, which is good if you want to use like all their journaling software. That's a good choice. What up, Parshov? How you doing? I'm good. How was your weekend? How many movies did you watch? Only watched one movie? Too busy watching sports. All right. Me too. What's up, Botan? How you doing? See if ES can at least, get a little bit of a move higher. Maybe a whole lot. Just something. It's just pathetic right now. Yeah, this is kind of gross. But if you're long, oh, you're long 24. Yes, okay, yeah. I just don't like it. Any giveaway today? Oh, the business lens. You giveaway lover. I don't know, maybe. Darth Buddha, wait. So you're trying to make 250 in props, 250K in props this year? Is that what you're saying? Whoa. Man, this is a snoozer. He has ticking highs there, but not a lot of momentum. No follow through yet. Big wick energy. Not noticing Tradeovate with Tradeify being weird. But sorry, it's not working on your end, Grizz. Some upper wicks there on NQ. Maybe it rolls over a little bit here. Have you tried blowing on it, Grizz? Just look at like 15. If we just retest this swing high down here from Friday. Is that Friday or Thursday? From the 24th. Maybe we can continue higher. If not, you know, if we actually do some work underneath it, then maybe there's a decent pullback. To me, it still feels kind of by the dip to me. I think we're gonna get a flush here. Yeah, 9-10 bounce exactly. Mini penny packer. That's what I would look for too, and then just kind of gauge if that seems to be holding. Try to grab a long there. I much prefer that. What's up, Mohammed? Good morning. How's it going? Weekend was good. Traded Fath. How about you? Five-minute looks good for continued move up. Sorry, Grizz, that sucks. All right, nice pop there. Thanks, Lexit. Glad you like that. That percussion. I enjoyed it as well. And that's why I put it in there. Ken, you're up 700 for the day. Trying so hard to just walk away with a win. I would. I mean, this price action is not delicious by any means. So if you got a bag, call it. There's nothing for you here. Forget about it, man. Take the money. Enjoy the rest of your day. Nice little pop there. Excuse me. So like I got this thing where peppermint makes me sneeze if it's like really strong. And this gum I keep on my desk is a little strong, so every time I put a piece in, I sneeze 2 to 3 times. How come you don't trade live accounts? I do sometimes. But I'll say what I always say is, if you have a $2,000 account and you want to turn into, let's say, $10,000, it's gonna take you a while, and you're risking all $2,000. Whereas with a prop, let's say you get 5 My Fun and Features accounts, and let's say you get 2 payouts before you blow up. You get 2 max payouts of $1,000 on 5 accounts. That's $10,000, and you spent under $500. So the risk reward trading props can be pretty tasty. Well, so you're right, red and green. This is it's the depth of market, essentially. Just showed in like a histogram like that. I like it. I don't necessarily make like trading decisions off of it, but it does help if you're like, let's say you're short and you're looking for some momentum. When you start seeing like these spikes on the sell side, that's a good sign. When you start seeing us like just pop through the spikes on the buy side, that's a good sign as well. Although, however, if you're like looking for a level to break and you're not seeing it, then you start getting the green spikes in, so large orders on the market, and I'm a little more nervous, a little more cautious about that panning out. Lupac, what's up? How's it going? Over the weekend, I've been working on the website still. I'm trying to implement like a user review section. Did some work for my other channel. Rachel and I filmed a video and started editing it. And watched some football. Went outside. Darth Buddha says, I traded my own account for a long time. Props, if you can trade, is a deal too good to pass up. Yeah, there's just it's a interesting way to kind of leverage your skill, your money, multiply it. Okay, so ES did get a pop to 631 and a quarter, back down to VWAP. NAS got a pop to its high of 975.5 for the session, for the day. I wouldn't mind us tagging a 690-minute demand up here. If ES can get a little bounce on VWAP, that's my target up above, right in front of 25K. Parshov says prop from Gorilla helps a lot with leverage. Thanks, Parshov. Nice plug. Very natural. Your check is in the mail. Yeah, trading personal account's awesome. I love having it. I love not having to worry about any of the rules or anything. Just it's there. You just trade. It's pure. I think it's great. So I love that. But you know, like I said, something to be said for props. They have their place. What platform is good to trade personal? I mean, I like this platform. Edge Pro X. I mean, my broker's Edge Clear, so it's their white label version of MotiveWave. This is not a bad long here. Trying to decide if I want it though, because this price action is a little lackluster on ES, and I think that's affecting NAS a little bit here. You trade live because the fact that brokers can deny you your payout on money you've earned baffles me. Well, I mean, it's all in their rules. It should be pretty clear why they would deny you. So you know, here's the thing. When I play a game, I want to know what are the rules of the game, and then I want to find a way to operate within those rules for the best chance of winning, right? So, I don't know. Trader 808 says, not blowing smoke. I really like the prop from Gorilla site. Thank you. I used a different site to compare before, but I think Gorilla is easier and cleaner. If you have any ideas of anything to make it better, please let me know. You can do it here in the live chat or in Discord. I have a whole channel for it because I do want to. I hope that people who have made suggestions so far, I hope you're seeing like how I'm implementing those like same day, right? So Friday, people gave me feedback, and then I'm spend the rest of the day implementing that feedback. I really do want it to be like exactly what you guys want it to be too. So, the next thing I'm working on is customer reviews. Those will be like verified. You'll have to upload just like a screenshot of your proof of purchase from the prop firm, and just keep people from like review bombing or you never know. The reviews can be shiesty, so I just want those to be like I'll verify them, and I want that to be helpful. And then, any more ideas, let me know for sure. Continue to improve it. I'll continue to add firms, etc. Back to 15-minute range high. Does that hold? It's VWAP on ES. Ken, did you keep your money? Hope you kept your money. Have a good night. If it's nighttime where you are, which I assume. Thanks, Ken. Glad to be back. Oh, Australia. Yeah. Okay. Dan, did you watch other streamers when you first started? Did seeing what they were making make you feel like you had to make that much too? I used to watch Trays by Matt back in the day when I first was finding out about features, but he never back then. He wasn't making. Actually, back in the early days, he did have some crazy swings. Like sometimes he would be in drawdown like 2,000-3,000. I think it was probably on a combine or something, but and then he kind of like changed it up a little bit. But he usually wasn't making like crazy bags or anything. So never felt like I had to. I'm just kind of following the journey. I do think that some streamers know how to play the prop game well. So they'll spend tens of thousands on evals to get like maybe 100,000 in payouts. And maybe that's something I should do. I don't do that. I spend maybe a few thousand on prop firms. But if you just really like grind it out and just kind of go balls to the wall with it, maybe that's a better way of doing it. I just don't really do that. But I think that, there's something to be said for that. Which book map is worth getting? I mean, I have heat map here in my platform. I don't pay extra for it. But you can just get the regular, like the 30, isn't it like $35 or something for just the regular plan of book map? That one's fine. Alternatively, you could look at, there's a couple prop firms that offer Motivwave or Edge Pro X, which is the same thing. They offer that free for customers. So like Lucid Trading, you can get the order flow version of Motivwave, which is, can be pricey. You can get that with the eval, and that way you get 2 for 1. You get the eval, and then you also get the platform. And I think Funding Futures Network is the other one that does it. Both Lucid and Funding Futures Network have it, so that's kind of cool. What's up, Blue Hand? How you doing? You just bought your first phone. Feeling super proud of yourself. Congrats. All right. Well, this is not really that fun. Back and forth here. It's pretty shiesty, honestly. We need more likes, do we? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we're way behind. It's okay, I'll tell my mom not to log into the stream today to check. See how proud she is of me. Don't do it, Ma. Friday was the day. I've heard of Fabio Valentini. Isn't he from like Robin's Cup? Doesn't he? Was he the one that was just on that Chart Fanatics thing? I saw part of it. I didn't finish watching it. Oh yeah, Parshev did just mention him. He shouted out Carmine, which is cool. So I'm saying Carmine's legit, man. You plan on doing Robin's Cup ever? Not really, because the commissions are really expensive. And what's in it? What's in it for me? I'm not trying to like claim I'm a great trader, or like I don't feel like I have to prove anything in that regard. Because I'm not saying I'm the best trader ever, you know? I mean, I say it to myself in the mirror every morning, but not, publicly. So. By the way, Tradeify, they have 40% off and it ends tomorrow. That's what I'm trading over here, the Lightning Funded. So if you're interested in Tradeify, you can skip the eval, or they have eval options too if you want that. Check them out if you want to get that 40% deal before it's gone. That's, again, expiring the 30th, so. I'm gonna try a speculative short here. Some large cells there on the heat map. Yeah, it's 283, 293. That just if we hold price around there, I won't like the short as much. I am short, yeah. I am short. What I'm looking for is just kind of a range, you know, a range play here. So ES really lackluster. Nasdaq better movement. And I'm just kind of looking for this to fail up here and just kind of scalp down, maybe to the 20s. I might just take it off before then if we do get a move into the 40s, something like that. But I'm gonna watch ES to see, you know, if ES hangs out at VWAP, I might take the trade off there. Let's see if something like that can play out. I don't know. Could easily pop higher too and just stop me out. So I don't know. We'll see. Dan, by any chance, have you made a YouTube video with an explanation breakdown of prop firms? I'll make something like that, Andy. Hopefully in the next couple of weeks. Come on. Still alive? You're gonna call it a day? Up $8? Maybe buy yourself a hot dog. All right, man. Hey, better than the red day. See you tomorrow, man. Man, that's a really slow 10 points. I was like, how much am I? Oh, it's just 10 points. Okay. Excuse me. What's up, DJ Skibbity? How you doing? Got stopped out by less than a point. Now missed entry by half a point. Shaking your head. Oh, man. It is one of those days, isn't it? Lexi, you're thinking about taking a break also. We know the market will rocket as soon as Dan ends the stream. That's been happening lately, man. End the stream and things start happening. All right, I'm going to go ahead and move to break even. I don't really love what I'm seeing from ES just yet. Let's see if we can get the flush. You're struggling on trading. Do you know anyone who does coaching? Well, it just kind of depends on your style of trading and what you're trading. There are people who do coaching, whether they're qualified or not is the big question, I think. Look at ES. Look at ES just kind of hovering there at the highs. That's interesting. How many monitors do you use? I have 4, but for trading, I'm using like 2 probably. Like one has OBS and Discord and Spotify on it. Then there's this monitor, which is like what you're seeing. And then I have this other monitor, which is on my Mac. And right now I have my email open, but if I'm trading like some eval, trading something else on the side, I'll have that there. And then up above, I have another trading related monitor. I have Trading View open right now, and I have one option up there. So I'd say 2 main ones for trading. There's a spike up to my break even hit there. Now I'll probably get the flush. I don't know. It felt like, to me, regardless of what happens, I think just with this kind of price action, I don't really want to. It's important for me not to rack up large losses on a day like today. You know, I'd rather not take any trades or take a break-even trade than in this kind of environment than like really have my regular risk on. It just does not feel or does not look like the kind of price action I really want. How are Q puts doing? I'm sure they're cooked. I'm sure. I think they're around break-even on Friday. But yeah, no, they're gonna be way red. Well, yeah, that doesn't feel good. Oh man, I could tell this kind of price action is not gonna really mesh well with how I like to trade. I just already get the sense that this is gonna be has the high potential to be a frustrating day to trade. So I got to be really cautious. Coming back into that 15-minute high here, which is also, you know, VWAP on ES. They've been correlating kind of for the most part. All right. That one feels really dirty to me. That feels really bad. Really bad. Like I said, you know, before we got the flush, you know, regardless of what happens, you know, when it's slow moving, choppy like that, you know, it's just don't rack up losses like that. So that's all right. We'll make our money on the days where price action is better. That's what will make the majority of our money. Days like this, we just have to survive. It's about bankroll management on days like this. It's living to trade a better day of price action, which, like, you know, if I look at like my like the Tradify challenge I did with like the YouTube shorts and everything, like I did the short series, you know, 1800, and then I had like just 2 days of, you know, stop loss hit, and it was pretty much gone. And if I just, you know, I just waited and didn't really trade those days, or half sized, I probably would have hit my target and gotten a payout or something. Like it's just about making it through the crappy price action days and not trading them like they're good price action days. So ORB traders probably wetting their panties about this right now. This is I don't really know. I don't trade it, but it is interesting to watch so far. That 15-minute high holding. Is gold just ripping or something? I don't even look at it. All right. Good rips. So it's a really good short. What I like about it is the entry. I didn't hesitate. I saw it and I was like, oh, I like that. And got in. Let's see, it's good for about 25 points if I bottom tick the exit, which I doubt I would have done. Let's see if we continue lower or not. If we can if we can head back to like this 920s area a bit, I'd probably look for a long, depending on how things are looking. Trying to become a better range trader. And, placing range trades is one way to get better at it. You see it working out. You like it. Road to funding, nice first day on the Express account. GG's. You're long 67.50. Stop loss 67.16. Okay. So you're giving yourself a nice wide berth there. Oh, you're long for 67.50. Where's your entry? I hope your entry is in the 20s, like low 20s down here. It's been very choppy. 2 micros? Okay, well, that's good. 2 micros is fine. One point is $100. You're talking about gold, Parsha? All right, well, that is a bounce off that 15-minute high. Do we have a little juice to get up there? I think it's best for you to walk away, legs it. Yeah, definitely not a bad idea. I am glad, it'd be nice to have, okay, what, 200. I don't think I would have gotten 400. Would have been nice to have that just, in the bank, but whatever. I much rather have that break even on this kind of price action than, a $400 loss. If I can get in again with better risk, a little bit, I think 920s, the probability of that looks really good. Maybe it'd be the same risk. Maybe it'd still be 20 points, but kind of seems like we are just tightening here. So, no trades to make right now. VIX climbing. Thanks for mentioning that, Jacob. I forgot to open Thinkorswim on my Mac here, so let me open that. Might be worth watching. I did not update Motive Wave, no. I think, don't you need a license? So I'm waiting on them to hand me a license. You tilted J. This is tilt inducing price action, but like I was just saying, if we can make it through these kind of price action days with minimal red, no trades, or just really minimal losses, on days when we have the clean price action, that's when we'll make all the money. And we just have to get through these, make it to payout, make it to a withdrawal in your account, whatever it is. So it's just about surviving these days. It's not about making money. What do you know? A little rejection there at that trend line. Again, if you want to know how to do that, UncleDanceTrendlineCourse.com. Making a massive sale. It's only $995. It's a 3-minute course. I'm going to love it. You're going to hate it. It's a win-lose is what they call that in the industry. You're chatting with funding desk support, features desk support about sim funding and live sim funding contract. What company are you talking about? Are you talking about the features desk? Because they don't do sim funding. I mean, they have sim funding for just building part of your buffer, but then they shift that buffer into a live account. It'd be awesome if you could point at a link that contained what? What do you want? What do you want? Just like the rules or what? What I'm looking for now, I think, would be somewhere lower that I can get long. That's kind of what I want. You know, if we pop here and go higher, I can't get in on that unless it's something's really clean. Uncle Dan's courses definitely are one of the things to spend your money on, says Luhan. All right, great. Great testimonial. I'll put that on the website. Dan, the Funded Features Network BOGO deal is still on. Code Gorilla for a free account, LOL, and 50% off. Nice. It is a good deal. Very good deal. It's one of the most affordable deals I've seen. Jashi, what's up? How am I doing? I'm doing good. Trading's been going pretty good. The main thing that when I look at my P&L calendar, for like Tradeify specifically, is I see a lot of days with 0 trades on it, and that's a huge improvement. So I'm really proud of that. I'm more proud of that than I am the P&L. You know, the P&L for this account's at $2,000, which, you know, I'm trading slow. It's kind of boring, but good trading is usually pretty boring. But I am proud of getting being a little bit stricter, a little bit more disciplined on that. So that's a win. It's a real pain in the arse finding the equivalent of XFA and live contracts for each firm. So hang on, Senna. I'm trying to understand exactly what you want to see. You want to find the equivalent of XFA and live contract. Like how many contracts you can trade on sim funding? Like once you're funded, what's the max contracts? Is that what you're asking? Because a lot of them do that scaling plan, you know, depending on your balance. I mean, the contract they make you agree. Oh, I see. I was thinking lots. You mean actual legal contracts make you agree to? Yeah, I don't even know how to see those until you get to the spot where they want you to sign. Some of these ideas, like if on the for Prop from Gorilla in the Discord channel where it's Prop from Gorilla feedback, if someone posts an idea that you want to see happen, if you just like thumbs up it, that would help me know that like multiple people want it. Well, I did want to see us just return to 40s at least. Still see if we can get maybe a jab lower. Maybe it happens quickly. Maybe a jab down to the, you know, maybe that 15-minute high again. Do you think prop firms or funding firms will be around for a long time or stick around? I think they will, but I think they'll probably have to change. They'll probably become regulated in some capacity. That, to me, seems to be what's going to happen. I would imagine, like, the way the futures desk operates, to me, seems like maybe how things would go. Okay, so here's what I wanted to see. Let's see if there's an opportunity for me to find a long here. Honestly, I want to break this trend line. I don't really want it to hold. If it does hold, then I think I have to wait for the consolidation to finish, and then the first impulsive move, see if that gets immediately rejected. For instance, if we consolidate, break lower, say get bought up pretty quick, then maybe there's a good long cooking. Yeah, Senna. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. What's up, Froggy? How you feeling, man? Okay, good. This is the dip I wanted. 20s buy would be pretty good if we can find some support down there, as long as it doesn't keep sinking, you know. This is what I wanted to see. Glad it's trending upwards, Froggy. Man, that short, you know, this is not something I would have sat in. But positionally, like one of the reasons why I just kind of hopped in quickly was because I really liked that entry that high. I really liked that. And it ended up being pretty sweet. But very choppy and hard for me just to cleanly catch, because I am looking more for the faster move instead of just the longer positional trade. All right, here I am. I'm long now. I think I may be a touch early, actually. We'll see. I'm trying to decide how much room to give this, because let's say we do move lower. The swing high is there, right above 900. It's not a bad spot to retest either. So I'm considering maybe, well, either I give it like 30 points or I tighten it up and then get back in if we do get that drop in support. That's just my stream of conscious talking through my thought process here. I think I like it still. I would like to see if we can really get going close to 25K. But it may need to go a touch lower first. I may get out of this. I'm gonna hop out here again, right around break even to scratch. I will be really disappointed if we bounce. I am looking for us to go a little bit lower, actually. So I do want to see if that can play out, and then I'll look for that long. So maybe closer to 900. I think that might be the right choice. Instead of sitting through drawdown and yada yada. You know, I don't want to sit in 30 points of drawdown because it might not play out, and then I'll be frustrated with myself. I hope I'm right on that analysis. What's up, Brandon? How's it going? Please give us a nice drop. 909, like at least that area is here. I'll draw it out here. Kind of this area down there. That's what I want to see as test first. And we might be rejecting VWAP there on ES, so maybe that's what will happen. If we bounce here, I'll be sad that I killed it, obviously. Shoot. I hope this ends up being a bear flag here on ES and we get the knife down. Otherwise, I will be kicking myself for deciding to hop out of that one. Concerned. I'm worried that I second guess myself where I shouldn't have. You know why they call it a long and a short? Because long calls usually take longer than short calls. Oh, is that true? That makes sense. I never thought about it. Oh, man. Come on, dump. Dump down to like 911, 912, 900. Man. The entry was really good. Again, two really good entries. I chickened out of both here, but let's see. Let's see if we can get that flush still. Still want to see it. Are you short? I'm kind of waiting to get long, really. mean, I think I'd rather play the long side, which is why I'd rather just wait for that location down the 900s. Does make a good time for a pee break, though. I'll be right back. All right, what'd I miss? Okay. I hope I'm right here. I hope we do break the 20s here. Come on. I don't want that great entry to be in vain. Come on. I don't like that. Would love a pump, please. Kevin, can you wait until like 900s? 912 or so? If you could wait for that, we can get the pump. I'll call my guys. You call your guys. And we can make it happen. Typically on these days, I find there's like 1 to 2 good trades that you just hold for the whole day. Yeah, it does feel less of a scalping environment, more of like a positional trade hold. It does feel like that, doesn't it? All right, good. Please flush. I really want to. Honestly, I just want to be right in the analysis and then find even a better entry long. That's what I want. Is that too much to ask for? Oh.
Let me show you something.
Okay, good stuff here. All right. Well, I'm proud of that kill then. You know, I'm proud of it. I was excited for that location, but on second thought, I think looking for a jab blower was the better move for me there. Beautiful. I've been short on my MyFunded Features funded account, but since I'm not doing it on stream, I'm doing it on stream on a different computer. All right, took profit there. Very nice. Okay, so that's exactly where I want us to hit. There's that horizontal line there. I still like longs though in general. Another failed eval for you today, Kevin. If it's any consolation, the 4 MyFunded Features accounts that did not get past, I failed those. You know, I was copy trading and it didn't work, so I did all the work to pass them, but the copy trader betrayed me, and so I failed the other 4. So I got to start those over again. If that's any consolation to you. How do you identify these kind of slow chop days? Look for a VWAP open. Both indices opened at VWAP. I did not like that. I was moaning about it as we came into 8:30. If you want to rewind the stream and watch, that is a sign to be careful. We've had a lot of them lately, and we have, you know, kind of still had some good price action after that. But a lot of times it ends up being like this. Which copy are you using? This was freaking Volumetrica's. I don't like it. MyFunded Features, I wish they'd bring Rhythmic. Then I think that would be the best. When I say it didn't work, so before, this maybe a month or 2 ago, I was trading Volumetrica. The trade copy just wouldn't work straight up. Like it, you know, you'd have it enabled, blah, blah, blah. You place an order. It would only take it on the lead account. And then they came out with like an update. And so I was like, well, let's see if the trade copy works now. And it works, but like it'll turn off very easily. Like if you just refresh, you know, you change pages, you come back, which, okay, I know that. So now I'm like always watching. But this time, I would swear that I had the trade copier on and I had all my accounts open so I could monitor them. So when I passed the eval, I'm pretty like I remember looking, I'm like, okay, did it go across all the accounts? It's possible there's a user error and I didn't see it, but you know, they do warn you. They're like, well, you don't offer support, you know, it's at your own risk. MyFunded Features kind of says tough shit. You know, if you use trade copiers, that's on you. We don't offer support. So, you know, it is what it is. You got to be, I don't know, maybe screen recording would be good in the future. When I wasn't screen recording that. Really nice move there. What's up, Nightmare? Yeah, it's going good. My weekend was good. Yeah, I had a good time. Worked on my website. Hung out with the fam. Watched a lot of football. It was a good time. The one thing robots won't have over human is the instinct, so the fact that you killed the long is 10 out of 10. Also amazing patience. Thanks, Barshop. Appreciate that. I'm proud of that read. I am proud of it. You know. And you know, if I kept this long on, it would have stopped me out for 30, maybe 30 points. Which I said that's exactly what I didn't want to happen. How's the website turning out now? Any big changes? So I post all in the Discord if you're in the Prop from Gorilla feedback section. Everything I did. I fixed the search. I fixed the scroll, whatever. I updated the restricted countries list. Newsletter sign up at the top. You can now compare up to 5 firms at a time if you want to do that. I added payout methods for each firm. So on the main table, you can see, is it Rise, is it Plain, is it ACH, Wire? You can see which ones they offer. I added economic calendar and newsfeed to the site. So economic calendar, you go to propfirmgorilla.com/news. You can see the calendar right here. You can filter by country. You can just do the top 20 economies, whatever. And then there's some news snippets. But yeah, you can now trade up to 5. If you don't know what we're talking about, this is Prop from Gorilla. I launched the site Friday. But you can compare plans. This is better than any other site out there, I swear. If you find a site that's better comparing prop firm plans, you let me know. But you can select up to 5 of these, and you pick the plan from each firm that you want to compare. And then it puts in a side-by-side table. And you can switch between the evaluation rules and the funding rules. A little bit about the payout policy, etc. So I think it's really helpful. All the prop firm stuff makes my head spin. I'm in this every day. People ask me questions about it. It's so hard for me to keep track of. So I made it for me as much as you guys. I hope you really like it. And if you have anything you want me to add or any improvements you want me to make, let me know. Again, I want to make it something that I want everyone to think it's the best one, you know? Not just me, because I'm very biased, but I want everyone to think that it's the best. So the next thing I'm working on is user reviews. I mentioned this earlier on stream, but if you weren't there for that, adding user reviews. I'll do some like giveaways too, just to incentivize people to leave a review. It helps the site make it have feedback from other people. So I'll do some giveaways to the people that do leave reviews. It's gonna be verified. Like you have to show proof that you paid for an eval from that prop firm, or verify that you traded with that prop firm. So I think that'll be helpful. And I'm also gonna ask, like, on the review submission, like, did you get a payout? Yes, no, they denied me, like whatever. So that way it gives a little bit more context to the review. Because when you read a review on like Trustpilot, you're like, this person says it's great, but like, did they just trade the eval? Or like, how was the payout? Like most people are concerned about payouts because that's the most important part, right? Is getting paid for your trading. So it does help if someone leaves a really good review and they got a payout. You're like, okay, that's like, that kind of legitimizes it a little bit more. It gives me like a frame of reference for that trader, of what they did with that firm. So I think that'll be good. If there's anything else you guys can think of, let me know. Again, I want feedback is important because these are just like some ideas that I had, and Eddie in chat had that idea to ask that payout question. So I think our mind meld together, we can make something really cool. So just let me know if there's anything else you think that can improve it. Also, I changed actually over the weekend. I changed the way the deals come in on the pages. I think there's more info here now. Well, at least now it's definitely. Before I had 2 separate sources for like all that info, and it was kind of messy. So I just made it easier and more accurate. So a lot of selling, yeah. Good call there, Parshav. A lot of large orders there hitting the market there around 67.10 through 67.12. I wish I was still short my funded futures, man. That's a sick move, and I had a sick ass entry. Where was I? Where did I short from? Dang. How do you see your trades on this site? That's a problem with Volumetrica. One of the few problems. I don't know how to see my trades after I take them. Anyways, it was a really good short. Probably shorted near the top of this bear flag. I took profit at like 9.12 or something. Senna, you just drew a pentagram with trend lines and summoned a gold short. Well done. I'm glad that all those occult books you've been getting from the library are paying off. Okay, hang on, Parshaw, just a second. So you're saying, bro, this is sick. For the funding ticks, funding next. funded next because they are similar prices. So add earning days as well. Add fear and greed. Add rollover. Also firms that are similar prices but also different. Sorry, I'm confused, Parshop. After that? I told you Tradeify puts their thing. Oh, yeah. Are you talking about the rating, the reviews and stuff? And also, the other thing I'll do with the reviews is, like, the firm won't get a rating until they have at least 5 reviews, probably. Something like that. Because it's just one person and they leave a 1 star. It's like, well, that's just one guy. One guy. Well, this is more selling than I honestly wanted, but there's still potential for my long down at IBL. But yeah, it's not as good as it's not as good as what I wanted, right? Because now if you look at that's a 30-minute chart, but if you look at the 15 or 30-minute chart, like it's just not as enticing. But I mean, if we do hold the lows on NASDAQ, maybe that would get me along. If this is a higher low, I gotta wait till probably above VWAP before I'm interested. Now, who was it that mentioned? I think it was Jacob mentioned VIX ticking higher. You mentioned that. When did you mention that, Jacob? That was a long ass time ago, right? Let's see. Because that VIX can be a good indication of the market tilting its hand a little bit in your direction, where you can be like, all right. Jacob said it. I don't know what the timestamp is, but he said it a long time ago. And, well, he probably said it around the highs, anywhere up there. So VIX grinding higher like that when we're at the highs can make you think twice about getting long. Marv says, curious, do you have a day job or are you full-time trading? I've been a YouTuber since 2017. My other channel is a photography channel I run with my wife, Rachel. Been doing that since 2017. This channel I started in 2020. So this is my second channel. So, when you have the flexibility of that kind of self-employment, it's a rare situation, and I use my time to learn trading, right? So a lot of people after work at, when the market opens at 9:30 Eastern, a lot of people are just like getting to the office and, starting their job, clocking in, whatever. And I'm like, well, I got the flexibility. I can work whenever I want. That puts me in a really unique position to learn trading without having to derive a full-time income from it, because it's really hard to do, and it's really, really hard to do if you're like, I got to pay my bills with this trade, Like, how can you trade like that when you have that so entwined with your emotions of like, I gotta pay bills, and if it's not going well, it's gonna make it so much harder to trade well. Okay. Here's a VWAP on NAS. Speaking of YouTube, are you going to get a Nikon ZR so you can trade stocks in R3D RAW? I don't think so. Might be overkill. On your heat map, do you have the same thing on Bookmap where you can see passive offers hitting the bid? Which thing on Bookmap? Nice VWAP projection there. How'd you trade today? Pretty much flat on. While flat on Tradeify, I'm very happy with that entry short was awesome. I, just got jabbed out at break even. Wasn't the price action for full risk. I don't really like it that much. So great entry though. I'm glad I got in that. This long here was a really good kill. I like that area. I was looking for a way to get long. And then, after I got in, I was thinking about it and thinking that, man, a move lower. I was looking for 911, 912, like with this white horizontal line. That's why I wanted to retest. And so I was like, well, let me let it retest that first. Then I'll get long. And, we just never found support there. And now we just rejected VWAP. So it does look like Nas wants to put new lows in for the day. Let's see if that's what plays out. You see a red or orange line, and it's usually passive. Oh, well, I mean, that's what the heat map is. I mean, it's just, it's just showing all that. The more red it is, the more volume is it that sits there. The lighter it is, the less volume. Carmine's not trading today. He's traveling. So there's another large order that hit there. Sell side on ES. Well, he has like a Florida house, and so I think he goes back and forth between Florida and Jersey. Or no, he was competing in some like running thing or something, so maybe it was somewhere else, I don't know. Excuse me. What sort of running thing? I don't know. I have to look it up. A high rocks competition? I don't really know what that is. HYROX, high rocks. New Jersey isn't the same state as New York City. No, it's a small state. It's the most densely populated state in the United States. And it's right across the river from New York. North Jersey is. South Jersey is right by Philadelphia. So north side, north half of Jersey is its own thing. South Jersey is its own thing too. South Jersey, I think, affiliates more with Philadelphia than they do with like. I think if you live in South Jersey, it's likely that you probably root for a Philly team over like a team from North Jersey. Oh, one of those. Hyro is how it's actually pronounced, I'm sure. Why would the X be silent? What in the name of French is that? South Jersey represent, says Chris. Yeah, I had a buddy that lived in South Jersey, and I used to visit him. It's pretty chill. New Jersey is the state that New York is embarrassed to admit they're friends with. New Jersey gets a lot of hate. I don't mind New Jersey. I think it's pretty cool. Alpine's from there? Okay. Yeah, I knew he's on the East Coast somewhere. Have you seen the new Leo movie? No, I haven't seen. I didn't even see the Killers of the Flower Moon yet. What's the best prop you recommend with instant funding? There's one I found that was better than Tradeify. Well, it was like more, it was a little bit better. Here, it was a good time to promote my site, apart from Gorilla. Funding types, let's go to instant. We can compare up to 5 instants. Funded next, do they have an instant? Lucid, do Tradeify, funding ticks, top one. Let's do like those 5. So Rapid, I think, is funded next, is right? Is it Rapid? And then it's 100K, so we need Lucid Direct. That's 150K. It's gonna be more expensive. They don't have a direct, they don't have 100K funded. We'll do the 50K. Lightning funded, 100K from Tradeify. We'll do 0, I think, is their instant one, so 0, 100K. And instant sim funded on top one. Funded next doesn't have one. Okay, I gotta update that then. Rapid is just what they call. Okay, that's what I thought. That's why I was like a little bit. So don't worry about funded next. Let's scratch that one. So for let's go to the funded rules. I'll move it lower. So, all right, green on the air, yes. Max drawdown. And look at the price as well. So the cheapest is Lucid, $2,000 max drawdown for the 50K, $1,200 daily loss limit, $3,000 profit target, initial profit target, 20% consistency rule. So funding ticks has a 25% consistency rule. So that's the highest consistency rule. It's medium priced. So funding ticks might be pretty good. But yeah, I don't know. You can use the site and figure out. What you want to do. So let me update. I'll update the database so funded next is not listed as instant. I'll put that in my feedback. What are we even doing? What are we even doing down here? Finding support? I hope so. What's the difference between max drawdown and daily loss limit? Daily loss limit is almost always a soft breach, meaning they shut you off for the day, but you don't lose the account. Max drawdown is the absolute max and you lose the account. Okay, Parsha, we'll do. I mean, I swear I update it every time. Do you consider you are currently profitable, or are you still in the stage of getting payouts and spending the money on more accounts? Yeah, probably like the latter, if I understand you correctly. I'm still like at the spot where I'm not like stacking massive payouts like you're used to seeing on social media. I'm getting better, and then like I'll like right now. So right now the bad habit I'm working on fixing is trading crappy price action days, right? So that's why I've been stricter with Tradeify to not trade those days or be very cautious, which is why I was very cautious today. And it's a scratch. It's pretty much a nothing day. So that's like the number one thing I'm working on, because once I eliminate that from my list of bad habits, I'm getting a ton of payouts. So it'll all come. Parshav says TickTicks is straight to funding is the best funding. No consistency, just make 250 on a 50K and do that 10 times and you get a payout. 10 times? Well, are they the ones? There's a few that have where you can't have more than like 3 red days in a 10-day cycle, which I don't like. Do they have that? Let's do Tradeify top one, tick. Straight to funding. I hate when they name their stuff such weird things. The Zenith, the Prime, the Core, this straight to funding plus. Like, just stop it. I don't even know what that means, dude. Just be regular. 50K. So let's compare all 50Ks here. Yeah, no consistency rule. First payout must have a profit. So they do like this profit score system, which just means it just refers to like how much profit you need to make. So you have to make 2,500, I think, like what Parshav was saying. You can get $1,200 per payout cycle. You can have 10 active straight to funding plus accounts, which is a lot. So let's say you spent $2,000 on 10 straight to funded accounts. You could then make $12,000 per payout cycle. You have to make $2,500 times 10? Yeah. So that's actually pretty good. Loading up 10 straight to funded plus accounts. Yeah, it's not bad. Oh, is that what I don't like, Parshav? Is the profit split or no? Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, thank you. Thanks for reminding me. That's the thing. They do like 50% of your payout goes to you. 40 goes into like this. They're building your live account for live funding. So 40% goes to that, and then they take 10%. So yeah, that's how they split it up. That's right. Thanks for reminding me on that. But still, it's a good price. Pretty good price for that, I think. But yeah, I don't know if I want, like, I think I just want the money in my bank, to be honest. And there's a Tradeify 356. What is that website? It looks slick ass. Thanks, Rach. Yeah, it's propfromgorilla.com. It is slick ass. It's the slickest ass there is. Okay. Good stuff. All right, looking for a double bottom here. Excuse me. First time users get $99 for the first account. Wait, what? What are you saying, Parshav? Chris, you tried to code Dan for 40% off trade finance, giving you 30. Yeah, I saw that too, and I just emailed them this morning about that. So we'll see what they say, but just you can use their code if you want 40% off. use code BOOST. You can use it up to 2 uses per customer. And I think if you use my link, that'll still help if you don't mind. Just like get there by my link, and then maybe if you're the code, just use the code BOOST, and that should give you 40%. But I did email them because every other firm pretty much, like, when you type in code Dan, it's just going to match whatever their best discount is. And that's like the one that I noticed isn't doing that. So I did email them to get some clarification about that. All right, I am looking for potential long. Off topic, do you feed your dogs dry food, canned food, or do you cook for them? We've kind of gone down a bit of the rabbit hole. We've done like the fresh frozen ones from this kind of like the farmer's dog kind of companies. And then we ended up back with Purina Pro Plan. I think that's, I figured that like those big behemoth brands just like are shitty, but they have like a lot of years of research into it. And so we do like a sensitive skin one, because Gabagool is pretty itchy. Cool, Parsha, thanks for sending that, man. I might try that out, see what it's like. Your wife cooks for your dog. It's crazy, sometimes 2 courses. It's really time consuming, and it's kind of confusing because we looked into it, and I think Rachel's mom looked into it for one of the dogs, and you have to like really get the nutrition right. Yeah, Rachel says whenever I see a dog that's like 18 years old, I always ask what they eat, and it's always kibble. Yeah, it's always like some bullshit. They're like, I don't know, I just feed it like hot dogs. And you're like, what? Dogs are awesome. You want them to live forever, so. I still think I'm here a little later. I still think there's a long opportunity, and I just have to wait for it. I don't know, Parsha. I don't know, man. It's because they probably just changed it or something. I gotta update it. All right. Yeah, it sounds like a lot of work. Well, I am ready to long. Down here, if I want to get under that wick, I'm about 20 points. 20 points of risk there for that. It might be. I'm like a little tempted to continue waiting. Is there a link on your prop firm website to buy the account directly after comparing? Oh, Kevin, that's actually the other thing I was going to add was like that link on that compare thing. Thank you. There's like so many things that I have swirling around my head that I want to do. And that's what I thought of and I forgot to do. I thought of it this weekend. I link on comparison table. Good call, Kevin. All right. It's looking pretty good. I'm putting a long on of my funded account with just 3 micros. Just to see if we can get new highs on the day. I don't know. That way, if I take a stop, I'm losing like 175 bucks. And if we get new highs in the day, I'm making like 800 or whatever it is. So that's a trade I threw on there. We'll see. Road to Funding says in the past, I would be going in now with the urge to trade, but now that I have proven consistency, I'm fine staying put. Awesome. Link to Lucid. I appreciate you wanting to support the channel. I'll give you the link. It's right there in chat. All the links are on propfromgorilla.com. All right, this is why I'm waiting on here, Tradeify. I'm waiting. Maybe we get one last push lower. I am hoping that we do find support here so I can get long. That is what I would like. Please and thank you. It's not bad. I wonder if this is also a good time to. What is going on? I have another keyboard under my desk for my PC in case this one stops working, and something fell on it. This might also be a good time to use the micros, like I did on the My Fun of Futures. Well, if you got long at 854. 854. Okay, good entry. Very good. Okay, I think 5 micros. All right, Power Chef. Thanks, man. Catch you later. Okay, NASDAQ ticking lower here, jabbing. New lows on NASDAQ. All right. All right, I'm gonna try the long there on Tradeify. I like that little jab lower and pretty quick buy up. Well, might come and get me here. Why does your bot say not to follow trade? Because you shouldn't. If you follow my trades and I lose, then you get mad at me, and it's like, well, you shouldn't have been following to begin with. So, just a friendly reminder. All right, looks like it's about to get me here. I'm glad I sized down here to micros. I think it was the right call. Almost got me here. Let's see if I can stay in this. Maybe it's just teasing me. Might just be teasing me here. Huh. Kevin, there's a disclaimer at the start of the stream and in the description. Come on, let me stay in this trade. Come on. All right, Kevin, you got me. What do you want to say to a guy who spent his half a month's salary, bought a 50K and lost 400? I would not spend half of my salary on prop from eval. That's what I would say. When you're trying to become consistent, you want to keep as much money in your pocket as possible. It's really hard to I was just saying this. It's really hard to trade if you're like, I need this money for rent. You know, like how are you supposed to trade like that? It's really hard to trade without needing that money for rent, you know? But when you add that layer of emotionally charged, like I gotta get a win here, it's really hard. Almost stopped out there. Wow. Man, my funded futures is taking a while to load. Come on, don't reject. Don't do that. Don't reject, man. I'm not a millionaire, Raul. So wrong stream. Sorry. I like your username. How dare you call it gambling? All right. Just stop me out and get it over with. Come on. Don't give me false hope. You're short where I'm long. Oof. Well, it's not bad. The problem is it just feels extended to me, you know? And not only that, I've been waiting very patiently for this just to find some support and move higher. Doesn't mean it will. That's what I was going into this looking for, is a dip to buy. You have an entry signal down here, or are you mainly trading off the level? Well, this is level price action. I don't have like an indicator saying to enter, other than my heart. What's your average R and win rate? It's like a 50% win rate, maybe like a 1.5 R. So I'd like to get that a bit higher, to say the least. Well, it keeps almost ticking my stop loss. To me, it feels like it's going to. To me, it feels like it's going to jab down and get me. We're just really not lifting off from here. It's getting a little late, 11 a.m. my time. Don't normally like to trade around this time. But, you know, like I said, a lot of times I've been ending stream and we've been getting some pretty good movement. Why not include Top Step in your prop firm comparison? Covered this many times. Top Step did not. They don't want to be advertised next to other prop firms. Like, they wanted to kind of control firms they're associated with, and so I'm not gonna. I respect their wishes and not show them alongside other ones. It's their choice. Coming up to my entry, messing with me. Can we reclaim that level and move higher? That is what I want to know. I think we can. I believe in it. Come on, market. Do your thing, man. There are now more buyers than sellers at that level. Here's hoping anyway. Man, that entry of mine, it's a blue line algo. This one's a doozy, man. Just gonna chop around and just stop me out finally. That'd be really annoying. Honestly, not that surprising either. All right, there's a stop out. Half size, so I'm happy for that. But annoyed in general. I think I'll go ahead and end. I'm happy that loss is $243. That's completely reasonable. So I think it's a good place to end that. I still would like to see a bounce here. It'll probably happen as soon as I end the stream. But yeah, check out propfirmgorilla.com to compare prop firm plans from pretty much all the top prop firms. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for another stream. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Peace.